Hi, I'm Eric. Today we're going to look at a movement known as the flower. This is a somatic movement that can help to release tension that's held in the chest, in the abdomen and in the neck. These areas can often get tense when we tend to sit at a computer all day and the head comes forward, the shoulders hunch up, and it leads to this stooped position. So we're looking to release the chest muscles, the abdominal muscles and the back of the neck, but also this movement will address tightness in the back and around the back of the shoulders. So we're going to start lying down on the floor. So if you bring yourself to a comfortable position and have the knees bent with the feet lying on the floor and taking a moment just to settle into that position. And as you begin to settle here, you can start to notice your breath. And just feeling that the breath is moving in and out quite effortlessly. And we're going to start first of all by linking the arching of the back with the inhalation and flattening of the back with the exhalation. So this follows on from a previous movement called the arch and flatten. So when you're ready, as you inhale, can you just gently roll your pelvis towards your feet so the lower back arches away from the floor, and as you exhale, slowly release the back muscles and allow the lower back to flatten to the floor. As you inhale, the belly rises, the lower back arches. Notice how the chin draws down slightly toward the chest, and as you exhale we release the back muscles and flatten the lower back to the floor by contracting through the abdominal muscles, and the head will tip back as you do that. You can inhale, arch, and exhale to flatten. Inhale to arch and exhale as you flatten. And then coming back to the neutral position. So from there we're going to add a few things to this. So let's start with the legs. So as we arch the back with the feet about hip width apart, we're going to take the knees wide, left knee to left, right knee to right. And as you flatten the back, you're going to bring the knees together, even gently pressing the knees together. So you inhale, the lower back arches by contracting the lower back muscles, knees wide. And as you exhale, flattening the lower back, knees pressed together. Again, notice how the head will tip back a little bit with this. So you're inhaling, arching, knees wide, exhaling, flattening the lower back and bringing the knees together. And then returning back to the neutral position. Okay, so now let's move to the arm. So we'll work with one arm at a time. So first of all, I just want you to focus on your right shoulder and just allow the right shoulder to lift away from the floor, feeling the muscles that are involved in that movement in the chest, so the pectoral muscles, and then allow the shoulders to nice and slowly release, and then see if you can press the back of the shoulder into the floor. So you can lift the shoulder, just breathe as you need to here. Feel what's creating that lift, so the contraction in the pectoral muscles. Slowly release it and then press the back of the shoulder into the floor. And feel how the muscles around the back of the shoulder blade toward the spine will contract there to do that. So you're lifting and then pressing the shoulder. Okay, so now let's add something to that. So now we're going to rotate the right arm inwards, so an internal rotation toward the body. So we're just allowing that right arm to roll towards the body, and you want to keep going so that it feels like the elbow is pointing up toward the ceiling, and also the back of the shoulder again will then come off the floor. So we've been there before, but now we're adding in the rotation of the arm, and then we're releasing that arm back to where it started. And then we're going to go the other way. We're going to allow the arm to externally rotate Again, it's like you're trying to point the elbow up toward the ceiling and the back of the shoulder presses into the floor. So you internally rotate the arm, shoulder comes off the floor, release, and then externally rotate the arm, pressing the back of the shoulder into the floor. Let's try that one more time. Internally rotate, back of the shoulder lifts, release, and externally rotate, back of the shoulder presses into the floor, and then release. Take a moment to notice any difference you feel in the two shoulders, in the two arms. So it might feel something like a little bit softer, or maybe the back of the shoulder feels more snug to the floor. So let's try that with the left side. So you won't be able to see here, but we're just working on the left side. Now we're going to allow the left shoulder to lift away from the floor, just the shoulder, the arm remains on the floor, and then release it, and then pressing the back of the shoulder into the floor, and then lifting again. You might notice your head just gently moves with this, and then pressing, and one more time lifting, not too fast with this, releasing, and then pressing the back of the shoulder into the floor. Okay, so once we've done that, we're going to add in the rotation of the arm. So when you feel ready, we're going to start by rolling the left arm inwards toward the body, and we keep going again until we feel the back of the shoulder coming off the floor, and there's the contraction in the pectoral muscles there. Slowly releasing, and then rolling the arm out so the back of the shoulder presses into the floor. An external rotation. So it's an internal rotation, shoulder lifts off the floor, release, external rotation, shoulder presses into the floor. Let's try that one more time. Internally rotate, lift the shoulder, externally rotate and press the shoulder. Okay, we'll come back to the neutral position, see how both shoulders feel, and now we'll add all that together to do the movement called the flower. And when we do this, we want to feel as though everything's opening from the center, like the petals of a flower, and then drawing back to the center. So with the arms just a little bit away from the body, we're going to, as we inhale, arch the back, take the knees wide, and roll both arms out away from the body, everything opening. Now as you exhale, flatten the back, bring the knees together, roll both arms inwards, let the head tip back a little bit, and then releasing and arching the back, knees wide, both arms roll out, external rotation, feel the contraction between the shoulder blades in the back, and then as you exhale, bringing the knees together, flattening the lower back, the arms roll in, and now notice the contraction in the chest muscles, the abdomen, and the inner thighs as well. And you can repeat a few times. Inhale to arch, knees wide, arms roll out. Exhale to flatten, knees come together, arms roll in. Let's try that 2 more times. Okay, and then once we're done, we're just going to let the legs slide out and just take a moment to see how that feels in the body now. And you might notice there's a little bit more softness around the shoulders. Maybe the breathing feels easier. Maybe there's more movement in the abdomen as we breathe. So this is a nice movement to do if you, even on its own, it can be done if you feel a lot of tension around the neck, shoulders, abdomen, and the back. I hope it works for you.